Hey everybody, hello, it's Tony here, and I'm in my house, and I've got some people here that drove in to figure out how to do goals. I do have some dogs here too, so if you hear dogs barking, they're very codependent, so it's the dogs. And I got people locked in closets that are noisy and obnoxious, but we're gonna get through this, and away we go. So first of all, for all those that are watching, happy holidays, and 2014. I don't know how it was for you. It was a big growth year for me. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about 2015 and how to set yourself up for success in 2015. So let's talk about what we do first. Now let's talk about goals and the importance of doing goal setting. You know, we always hear how important it is to do goals. We always, you know, people say, oh, write your goals down, look at your goals daily, study them, have them on your persons. Be honest. I'm gonna use you guys as my guinea pigs tonight. How many of you have your goals written down somewhere and they're on your person? So if somebody says, let me see your goals, you could just whip those bad boys out and share with them. Yeah, that's pretty much the consensus. And if you're answering this, you probably said, well, not me. So most people don't. So if we know that goals are the most important thing that we need to have with regards to success, why is it that nobody has goals? Why don't we have goals that we look at daily or write down? Some people do. People that are probably very, very successful write their goals down. They look at them daily, review them daily, that type of thing. So what we're going to talk about is creating the muscle to design your life so that you can actually achieve some of your goals, right? So the first thing is, since nobody in this room, and I'm venturing to say that a lot of people out there that are watching this, probably a lot of you don't carry your goals with you or write them down or look at them daily. Let's talk about 2014. How many of your goals did you hit in 2014? You know, if you don't know what your goals were, there's a good chance you probably didn't hit them, right? Some of you go, oh God, 2014, I'm going to make some money this year. I'm going to get healthy this year. I'm going to go on a vacation this year. And you probably got healthy, maybe a little bit. You probably made a little bit of money, maybe a little bit. You probably went on a nice vacation, you know, to the casino or something. So in your eyes, it was a vacation. But guys, we're going to think much bigger than that. We're going to actually talk about designing your life and the power of doing goals and making sure that you treat this as an activity to help get you where you want to go. In my case, goals are very, very important. The only reason why I've had a degree of success is because I write my goals down and I look at them every single day and I study them every day and I think about them every day. They are part of me. So you have to ask yourself, am I happy where I'm at? If not, what do I have to do different? So is anybody in this room happy where they're at? Let's just go around the room. Nobody's raising their hand. My question to you, same thing. Are you happy where you're at? Most people, we're generally happy, but are we really happy with where we are with regards to our health, with regards to our finances, with regards to all the fun things we were supposed to do last year that we probably didn't get a chance to do? Did everybody go on their amazing vacation last year? You know, the 2-week long one where just, you know, everything was just, you can just spend money and buy stuff for the kids and do that excursion. No, okay, perfect. Okay, so my guess is a lot of you buy the same thing. So we're going to change that. My goal is by the end of the day, my goal by the end of this little time that we have together is to help get you guys in the right mindset. You guys, you have to take this serious. You have to. If you look at your life right now, and if you don't write goals down, there's a good chance you're never going to achieve any. It's kind of like you would never get into in a plane and listen to the pilot say something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for boarding flight. Hold on a second. Oh, shoot, yeah, flight UA272. We're going to go to, we got a full tank of gas. Let's just go. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go. And we're going to fly around. We're going to go 36,000 feet. No, heck, let's do 47. Let's do 47,000 feet. Let's fly around for a little bit. And then when we get close to running out of gas, we'll just drop you guys off. And we're at the front. You guys get off. You guys, you would never listen to a pilot do that. They have a flight plan. They have a goal in mind. They're very, detailed with regard. They walk around the plane, right? They make sure they check all their You guys, they do everything by the book. You guys, if you want to have the life that you want, you got to do this. All right. So just to appease me, and you guys can quit after you leave here. But how many of you are going to make 2015 like the year that you actually write down your goals, you do your goals, you review them daily, and you have the life that you guys want? Can you guys all say yes? Okay, just say yes to appease me. Okay, so I have people saying yes in here. Hopefully I have people saying yes out there. So you guys, this is the year you have to do it. So maybe your New Year's resolution is just to follow through on a goal, right? To do a goal. So before we do that though, I always like to go back and let's take a look back at 2014. I always like to go back and say, okay, what are the goals I set out to do in 2014? What could I have done better at? What did I fail at? Anybody fail last year in 2014? Yes, boom, perfect. Nothing wrong with failing. There's nothing wrong with failing. John C. Maxwell talks about failing forward, you guys. The only way you have success is if you fail, right? If success was easy and you had no failure, that's not success. The challenges you guys are going to have is what makes you better, makes you stronger, that type of thing. So if I look at my last year's goals, guys, these are some of the goals I wrote down. I always like to do my goals like on a board so I can see them every single day. But everything I circled are goals I actually accomplished. Everything I circle are goals that actually happened. And it's crazy because I look at this every day and I'm kind of like freaking out, go, wow, that's kind of cool that some of these things happen, like working out 5 days a week. You guys, that was my goal with my busy schedule, that I want to make sure that I worked out 5 days a week doing something, and I did it. Let's see, what else? Oh, here's a couple places I wanted to go to this past year. Germany, Hawaii, and Costa Rica. Well, I had 2 more on there, the Philippines and Italy, and those 2 I haven't gone to yet, but I'll be going to Italy in February. So you guys, that's another one. Take my son on a dad and son vacation. Got to do that just a couple of days ago. That was cool. And here's a crazy one. For those that know me, one of my hobbies is playing golf, and I wrote in here, this was last year, to have personal golf lessons with my golf coach. And boom, there it is. 2.5 weeks ago, I get a call saying, hey, I'm in Palm Springs. You want to get a lesson? They're never in Palm Springs. So I drove out, spent the afternoon with them, got golf lessons. You guys, it's crazy how stuff happens, but you have to know what it is that you want, right? So in 2014, you guys, I identified things from my life, from my health standpoint, and from a prosperity standpoint that I wanted to make sure that I accomplished. Did I accomplish all of them? No! There's a lot of circles on there, but there's a lot of emptiness on there, but that's okay. When I look at 2015, I'm going to go back and reevaluate, and if they're important to me, I'll move them to 2015. But guys, these are things that I looked at every single day. And on the outside of this, I put the words that I want to focus in on, words like discipline, gratitude, focus, persistence. Hey, these are great fun words. Patience. Anybody have patience in there? I don't, but I want to focus in on that, so I put patience on there. Passion. I want to be a passionate person. I want to stay consistent. Successful people, are they consistent or not consistent? Pretty consistent, so I put that on there. I want to be loved. I want to have love in my life, right? Love and for things that I'm doing, love for myself, love for my family. I want to be complete, to develop myself. I put that on there, which is crazy. I wanted to develop myself, and all of a sudden we get this call and say, hey, John C. Maxwell is going to be working with us and helping you develop as a person. Crazy? That's like what's that show? Twilight Zone stuff. Thank you. Thanks for helping me out there, Dave. All right. I wanted to lead people. I wanted to focus on leading people. I wanted to focus on having balance in my life. Successful people, it's hard to have balance sometimes because you're going, but I want to make sure I had all that. And I wanted to share. This is crazy. This word right here I wrote a year ago. Didn't know what it meant. Share? Share? Like, what does that mean? Well, it's kind of find out is what leaders do is they share information with people. They pour into people, right? They share their knowledge with people. So that was a word that was on there. You guys, this is my last year of my life. Right? Again, not everything was marked off, but you know, the good thing is I can go back and go, you know what? Despite everything that's going on in my life, the crazy stuff I had, I still got a lot accomplished, you guys. I had a lot of my goals done. So are goals important? Yes. They are, you guys. But again, they're only important if you make them important. So what I want everybody to do, for those that are watching, for everybody here, at some point, you don't have to do it right now, but what I like to do is my goal setting session for 2015 is about a week-long process. So you can't just sit down and go, okay, here's my glass of wine, prop your feet up, you got some, DJ Testo on the background just going nuts, and you write out your goals in 45 minutes. You guys, you can't do that. This is a process. This takes some time to do this, right? So Rhonda and I, we always do our goals together. Like she's going to be coming tomorrow, flying in, and I'm going to start part of my process of kind of getting the mindset to do my goals. And then she will do her goals, and then we get together, and as a couple, we talk about our goals for 2015. And it's crazy how a lot of the stuff that we do is very similar, right? The words are kind of different, but the same stuff is pretty similar. So I want everybody, before you do your goals, I want you to sit down, I want you to review 2014. What are the things you did bad? What are the things that you failed at? What are the things you could have done better? And what are the things now you're going to go forward and do? Okay, it's very, very important you have a time of reflection. And this is not a time to beat yourself up and go, look at me, I'm worthless. I suck. My life is, no, guys, that's not what it is. It's a time for you to sit there and go, man, I should have, been better at that. Okay, now I'm aware of that, and kind of go from there. So you guys spend some time reflecting before you go forward, okay? Because what I don't want you to do is a lot of people go, okay, I'm going to reflect, and they get moving forward, and they want to reflect some more. They go back, and then they, well, I got to move forward now, but then they want to reflect in the past, and they keep living in the past and keep going back. You guys deal with it. Find out what you need to focus in on. Find out what you did that you need improvement on, and then from there, go forward and never look back. Can you guys all do that? Okay. Live in the past, you guys. Can't live in the past, right? You have to be forward thinking, we have to be forward moving. So the only way that happens, you guys, you have to deal with everything and then set that in the past, and away you go. So deal with all that. Again, this is not a time for you guys to beat yourself up. This is a time for you just to kind of go, okay, all right, yeah, I didn't have that goal. I didn't hit that one. You know, why did I not hit that one? Why did I not, let's see what this is. Why did I not do 10 muscle-ups in a 20-second flag? For those people that don't know, calisthenics muscle up is that pull up where you pull up and go. I did one, but why did I not do 10? I don't know. I failed at that. So here's what I do know, because I did do it last year. I guarantee you I'll be doing muscle ups like crazy. Right, Jason? Can you help me with that? Can you do muscle up? Probably. Okay. All right. So I might have a guy right here that's going to help me do that. So you guys, what's another one? Drinking a gallon of water a day. I did that. That's easy to do. Initially, it wasn't drinking a gallon of water a day. That was very difficult, but that's easy to do now. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Certain amount of money in the bank and things like that. You guys, I did not have the success I wanted there, but that money was utilized somewhere else, so I'm okay with it. So reflect, reflect, reflect. And then once you've done that, now it's time to go forward. Okay, so next thing you want to do, you guys, is 2015. And again, this is something you cannot do in 20 minutes. If you do this exercise in 20 minutes, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. You guys, this is something that you have to feel, and you have to, it's got to be, it's one of those things that the first thing you do before you start 2015 is you have to discover what your why is again. Like Danny, I know that your guys' why is different now because you have a new member of the family. So maybe the reason why you're doing this is different than it was a year ago at this time, right? So you guys must identify your why again. You have to. That is the single most important ingredient to make sure that 2015 starts off the way it should be, is to define what that why is, you guys. And getting out of debt, paying your student loan is not a big enough why to do this, you guys. If it's a money-driven why, you're going to be very, very disappointed. You're gonna be let down. It has to be something much deeper than that, right? It has to be like no matter what. If I wasn't making any money at all, I'm still gonna do it because of this reason right here, whatever that reason is. Okay, it's got to be like it's got to be like something that it is part of who you are. It's like a limb, right? It's like a limb that no matter what, if you lose that limb, you're still going, right? You lose this one, you guys, it has to be that deep. Okay, so like for me, my why has changed over the last 9 years. Every year it's different. This year, I'm on this big, once we've had success and we've had money and the kids are taken care of, which were initially what my whys were, make sure my family was taken care of. You guys that transferred into feeding kids last year was a big part of that. This year for me, it's all about development of people. Like I want to develop people. I want people to reach their potential. It's like I stay awake at night thinking about this person, that person, helping them discover their greatness. That, believe me, 10,000, 11, 20,000, 100,000 people would stand in line and said, you're not going to be able to do that. That's stupid. You think you can change people's lives? 100,000 people could stand there. And I just go, yeah. I can do it. I can do it. You guys got it? You have to have a why that's that deep, okay? It's not money motivated. You guys, we have this thing called equity now that's being offered to our company. The money's going to come, but you got to do the other stuff first, okay? You have to be battle tested first. You have to prove yourself first, right? So the way I believe success works, you guys, is this. You set out to do something. You have a goal in mind, which we're doing goals today. You have a goal in mind, and you set out to do something. And as you set out to do something, bam, you get hit in the face. Somebody tries to crush that thing that you're going forward. And then you deal with it. You brush the dust off. And you start going again. Bam, it hits you again, right? And bam, you just get slammed and slammed and slammed and slammed. And you go, I'm going to quit. I'm going to give up. And it's at that moment you get to discover what you're about. like what you're capable of. And it's at that moment when you say, look, you can hit me 1,000 times. You can tell me no 1,000,000 times. You can call me stupid, crazy, whatever, till you're blue in the face. But I'm still going to go. And it's at that moment people have breakthroughs. It's at that moment people see the other side. It's that moment when someone hits you, it's like, oh, what the heck? Is it raining? I mean, it's like it doesn't bother you as much, okay? So I want that for all of you, right? The only way you can do that is you forget about the what? Past. And you guys move forward towards whatever it is that you're seeking, whatever it is. Your why is your starting point, okay? You have to define that. If you don't know what it is, you can't even do this exercise. I mean, you can't even continue with your goals. You can't just go, hey, because what will happen is you have all these beautiful goals and colors and circles and, oh my God, look at that. And then you go out there and you make a post on Facebook and your best friend has been watching you for 6 months, says, dude, you're still doing that crazy thing. Have you lost your marbles? And you go, oh God, man. Oh, and all of a sudden this tape plays from all the people in the past year, in the past 2 years, it started going, you're stupid, you're dumb, that's crazy. And you start playing that tape and that overrides your why. You guys, I've seen it happen over and over and over again. Okay, so please define your why. Another thing that you want to do if you have your why is share it with somebody. Share it with your team. Share it with other people, right? Take the ownership you have of it and give it out there to other people, okay? Please do that with your team. One of the things I have, hold on a second. Hang with me, don't go anywhere. One of the things I have, sorry about that, you guys. One of the things I have is for my team, my books, is I have a book of whys. And I put in here a book of whys. So hold on one second. So put your in there, please, thank you. So the book of whys is I write down people that share their whys with me. So I have a record of that, okay? So just give us 1 second, I've got people coming in. All right, so make sure you guys understand your whys. Have a seat, guys, come on in. We already started, welcome, welcome.
Tony, are there no kids running around?
There's no kids now. And right in the middle, I'm broadcasting live right now, so anything you guys say can be used against me in the court of law, so, especially that. Thank you guys. All right, so reflect, discover what your why is, guys, and then move forward. Okay, so let's talk about 2015. Let's talk about designing your life, and we're going to do that by a couple ways. Now, I recommend you can do it like on a board of some sort. You can do it on a piece of paper. I've seen people in their office on the back wall, they have a big old whiteboard. You can do it on there, but it has to be somewhere that you can see it every day. Somewhere you can see it every day. When?
Every day.
Every day, you guys. Like you wake up in the morning and after you kiss your spouse, your significant other, is you get to your office, before you go on Facebook, before you post Instagram, before you look at your life. You stare at it and you just see what happens. And I promise you, when you start your day off with things, by the way, is there anything on a board like this that's negative in any way, shape, or form? Would you put on here, like, for health, I want to be 275 pounds and have diabetes. Would you put that on there? Sorry. No, you wouldn't, right? So you guys, everything on your board is good stuff. You have to create the muscle of waking up every day and doing a routine. And that routine is looking at your board, looking at your notes, looking at your journal, looking at something. How often? Every day. Could you do it? Trick question. Could you do it more than once a day? Yeah. Oh my, could you do it like 10 times a day? Could you be sitting for an appointment somewhere and just review your goals one more time? You guys, you have to do this, because what happens is when you know where you're going, there's a good chance you're going to get there. The challenge is some of you you'll do your goals. You'll do it for the first week of the year, right? You're doing it, feels good. Oh my God, this feels great. 2015, boom, look at that. People signing up, and all of a sudden a week goes by, you haven't done it. Then 2 weeks go by, and a month goes by, 6 months goes by, and you're not doing your goals anymore. You guys, this is an everyday thing. It's like brushing your teeth. It's like making a shake. It's like whatever that you do, you guys, this you have to do every day. 2-3 times a day before you go to bed. What a lot of people do is they look at their goals one more time before they go to bed, and they go, what did I do today that got me closer to my goals? For those people that journal, I would write stuff, hey, today I did this today. Hey, I got one step closer to this. I got one step closer to that. You guys do that. This is a muscle that you have to develop. And it's hard because the fruits of it don't happen instantaneously. They don't happen like right now. You guys, this one right here, this one, personal golf lessons from my golf coach, happened 2.5 weeks ago. Out of the blue, he says, hey, I'm in Palm Springs. Why don't you come out? And we got a class out there. Come out there and I'll spend some time. I'll videotape your swing, give you a lesson. I'm like, crazy. But every day, you guys just, what if it was as simple as you just every day thinking about what you wanted? Like every day, like you wake up and you go, I'm going to track that. I'm going to have that. I can see myself driving that. I can see myself living there. I can see myself in a size 4 or 6. I don't know. What is it? What's a perfect size for a woman? 6, 5, 9, 5? Is it 5? 5. Whatever it is, right? Whatever it is for you guys. What if everything that I'm saying is true? Like everything I'm saying is absolutely true, that you can design and create the life that you want simply by writing stuff down, looking at it, feeling it, seeing yourself manifest. What if it was that easy? Guys, I'm telling you, it's that easy. The challenge is that you don't get the immediate satisfaction from doing this because it takes time for the universe to set things up for you. It takes time for this guy, my golf coach, to put it on his freaking calendar, because he put it on his calendar and said, oh, well, I should probably call Tony. Out of the blue, you guys. Telling you, what if? You have to be patient. You have to be persistent. And you have to have focus, right? And you have to be consistent. You guys, you have to have these things. Every single day you have to do this. Or you'll be at the end of 2015, probably in somebody else's house doing goal setting, going, yeah, no, I didn't do my goals last year. I wrote them down, but I never looked at them. I'm still in the same place. Maybe I'm worse. You guys, this is a practice that I started doing years and years ago. Didn't know what it meant. But as I started going through it, if I look through here and some of the stuff I've checked off and circled, it's like, dang, I can't believe that actually happened. Sometimes it happens, and I'm not even aware that it's on my board. It's the craziest thing. So can you guys all decide, like, every day, maybe, oh, I got it. Here's how you do it. Since you guys are all attached to your phones, here's how you do it. Set a freaking alarm. What time does everybody get up around here? 7? What?
4.
That's disgusting. 4 o'clock in the morning? What the heck? Anybody get up, like, at a normal time? 6? Okay, so 6 o'clock. Okay, so now, okay, check this out. Okay, check this out. We're gonna learn something. Okay, here we go. I know, Miranda, I know how you get up, because you just kind of get up when you get up, and then you get in your routine. Okay, check this out. Check this out. Let's say you got up at 6 o'clock. You set an alarm or no? Anybody else? Who sets an alarm in here? You guys set an alarm? Okay, perfect. So you set an alarm to get up. Set another one like 15 minutes after that says, look at my goals. Every single day. Recur it every single day. It's a recurring appointment for the rest of your freaking life. Right? Set an alarm. Or set one like it. 9 o'clock at night. I don't know. Set something. Is there a horse? I love it. See, what I love about being an entrepreneur and doing this is you could just do it and no one cares. So you can just do it. Okay, can you guys all do that? Say yes?
Yes.
Set an appointment to review your goals. Please, you guys, you all have smartphones that have the ability to put a date in your calendar and just have it recur every single, or an alarm, have it recur every single day. Kind of cool. And after about 21 days, it becomes a habit anyway. So away you go. You guys, very, very important. So maybe that's how we develop that, is we do that. So set an alarm. Okay. So now let's talk about our goals, what they look like. I want you to kind of divide up in 3 different things. Now I'm going to do a little bit differently than I normally do it. The first thing I want you to think about just for a second here is I want you to think about business. I want you to think about business goals. Your business, whatever business you're doing. So we have people watching this that are on all walks of life, all types of businesses. We have people that watch this actually right now in the UK, which is kind of cool. Hello, Graham, if you're out there. So you guys think about business. I'm going to focus on business for a second. Focus on business. From a business standpoint, right? I want you to decide what it is that you're attempting to do. Like for me, for example, I want to break 5 personal ambassadors this year. Like that's my, from a business standpoint, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to break 5 personal ambassadors in my company. So you have to decide what it is that you're going to do. So there's a couple ways you can do it. From a business standpoint, give yourself daily goals, weekly goals, a monthly goal, and then by the year's end goal. A daily goal will be something like this from a business standpoint. In your business, do you have to talk to people? You do? Oh, wow, that's weird. Okay, it just doesn't happen. Business just doesn't grow out of some, wake up in the morning. It's okay, it doesn't. Okay, so if you have to talk to people from a daily standpoint, what would be a goal you could make from a daily standpoint? Talk to a certain amount of people. 2 people, 1 person, 3 people, 5 people, whatever it is. That should be a daily habit and a daily goal. So whatever that number would be, I'm giving you guys things to think about. For me, it's 3. Like I have to talk to 3 people a day. That's just for the last 9 years, I made a practice to talk to 3 people a day, right? So that compounded over a period of time, lo and behold, you become financially successful, right? So that's what you need to do. So find out what that is for you. Some of you might be in a position where you can't do it 3 a day, right? So find out, so daily goal, what would be an idea of a weekly goal? Challenge, what does that mean?
Your challenge, your personal challenge? How many days a week can you work on?
Okay, so from a business standpoint, from business, or just business.
Yeah.
Following up with people?
Challenge party.
Challenge party. So for those people that do challenge parties, how about a weekly challenge, weekly challenge party? Would that be a good goal?
1 or 2.
Or 1 or 2. So decide what that number is for you. Hey, no matter what, it's 1. I don't care what's going on in my life. I'm having a minimum of 1 challenge party a week. I believe everybody can do that. If you're part-time and then part-time after that part-time, you can do a challenge party once a week. You just got to shut the TV off. You got to figure out a night where TV sucks and you got to shut the TV off. And that's the night that you would do it, okay? So that's what I would do. So, okay, so weekly, how about this? If you're in a business that has like a pool or something, what if your weekly goal was to get to the pool every week? That'd be kind of a goal, huh? Like every week, I'm going to get I'm going to get the customer pool, that would be an amazing goal. So if you start thinking about the rest of what the month's going to look like, you guys just imagine for a second, if your daily goal was to talk to 3 people, 5 people, whatever it was, your weekly goal was to get into the pools, right? To get into the bonus pools. How would your month look? At the end of the month, what does your business look like at the end of the month? What would be a monthly goal? My monthly goal would be break 3 rising stars. Would it be to get 1 person to be well, for you guys, it's to break an RD in your team, right? So you have to think monthly now. So every day I'm going to do this. Every week I'm going to make sure I do this. And at the end of the month, here's what my monthly goal is. I'm going to take 1 person to rising star. I'm going to take 2 people to rising star, whatever the case may be. You have to decide what that is. Now, when you decide, though, you guys, this is how you have to stick to it. Because it all sounds great now. I'm going to be a 5-star ambassador by July 17th. Well, if you don't do your daily goals, your weekly goals, and your monthly goal, that's not going to happen. So you need to be in that mindset. You're going to wake up, you're going to look at your goals, and then you're going to start doing the activity. Okay? So, and you should feel really bad if you don't fulfill that, if you don't do your daily activity, at least. Right? If your goal is to talk to 3 people and you don't talk to 3 people, you should feel bad about that, right? I mean, you should go, my gosh, I had many opportunities to. I can make a post on Facebook, something, okay? So weekly goals. Then the other thing is, from a yearly standpoint, from your business, by this time next year, where are you at in your business? What rank are you? Write it down. Don't have to do it today, but you guys, these are things you need to think about as you guys are doing your goals, is to be a year from now, this is where I'm going to be. Or by this event, I'm going to be this. I'm going to be at this level, okay? So have to write it down. So for example, there's a lot of people that are very specific with their goals. Like they say, every day I talk to 3 people. Every week I get into the pools. Every month I break 3 rising star directors. Oh, and by the next event, which is March 17th, they have a date down. Whatever the next event is, I'm going to be an X. Okay, I'm going to be X. I'm going to be a national director. I'm going to be a president, or whatever the case may be. You guys, you have to be very, very specific with your goals. Like you need times. You need the day of the month. You need to write that down. Okay. There's a story about Jim Carrey. He wrote himself a $10 million check or something. $10 million check, and he put it in his wallet. And he says, I'm going to be I'm gonna have somebody's gonna write me a check for $10 million at this point. And sure enough, he got written a $10 million check for a movie they just did. I think it was the second Ace Ventura movie. They wrote him a check for $10 million. You guys, I'm just telling you, you have to be very, very specific. Put the date in there. Put all that stuff in there. Hi guys. So any questions on that? Okay, weekly goals. So this is stuff, again, you guys don't need to do all this now. This is stuff you need to write down so that when you do your goals, that you're writing them down, you know it's just trigger stuff. Daily goals, weekly goals, a monthly goal. For those people that are planning, like walking across the stage at a certain point at the next event, you need to know what that date is. You need to know what you're going to be. Very, very specific, okay? From a business standpoint, also think about the team. I know these are personal goals for you guys, but I want you to think about your team. Like when somebody asks me what my goals are, I never say, well, I want to be this. I want to be a crown ambassador. No, I say I'm going to break 5 ambassadors. That's what my business goal is. I'm going to break a regional director every single month. I'm going to break a personal Rising Star director every single month, and I'll hit my 5 ambassadors in 2015. That's what my focus is on other people, okay? On other people. On other people. Serve other people, and all's going to be well, okay? And if your team knows that you're serving them, like authentically, intentionally serving them, then they're going to be more apt to want to participate with what you're doing, okay? Any questions on that? Okay, so giving you bullet points to think about from a business standpoint. So think your business, how you want your business to be. Also think about like money, like how much income. I always like to have this one. How much money you like to have in your bank account by the end of the year next year. Put a number. Like on my birthday, September 12th, I'm going to have $127,000.14 in my bank account. I don't know. Put that down. Promise you, write down a number that you want to have in the bank so that you can breathe and everything's good, okay? Write it down. Some of you won't do it, but I'm just telling you, it's crazy how spot on it is. I remember when Ron and I first wrote that we wanted to have $500,000 in a bank, which we did a couple years ago. We put that down, we both put it down on our boards, and lo and behold, it was like October or something. She goes, come here for a second. And I go, what? And she goes, check this out, check out our bank account. I went, oh God! Didn't even know. Right? But every day we were doing the activity to get there and it happened. So very specific on your goals, you guys. You have to be specific. Oh, I want to make money. No, it's not going to work. Oh, I'm going to break a couple directors. That's not going to work. Oh, I think I might want to get in the pools. That's not going to work. If I don't talk to 3 people today and talk to 17 tomorrow, that's okay. No, it's not going to work. You guys have to develop the muscle and the mindset and the activity on a daily basis, okay? And it all starts by waking up every morning and looking at your what? Your goals, okay? So business is one, okay? So your business, what that looks like, how you want your business to be. The second one is going to be your personal life. And in this one, in this section, you can put things like your health, your relationships, okay? So your personal life, how do you want your personal life to be? Come on in, sweetheart. Come sit down. Yeah, sit. Come sit. You guys make me nervous standing up. So personal. From a personal standpoint, from your health standpoint, from a relationship standpoint, how do you want your personal life to be? Do you want it to be all, gossipy and negative, or do you want to have like people around you? You want to have a stronger relationship with your kids, with your family. You want to, from a health standpoint, you want to follow through with your challenge. You want to stick to it. You want stuff like that. So when you think personal, health, family, your environment, like how is your environment around you? Right? You have a bunch of negative people on you? No. Or are one of your goals from a personal standpoint for me, and I was telling people on our call a little bit earlier today, from a personal standpoint is I'm very aware of my environment. And my environment is all positive, all wonderful, all great, right? That's what I expect to have happen, is to be around an environment where it's conducive for growth and happiness and productivity and things like that. So what does your personal life look like, right? What are the things that you're doing from a health standpoint, from a relationship standpoint? Are you attracting leaders to your business? So write down, again, you guys, these are just ideas when you start doing this actual together, when you start doing it by yourself, is these are things that are going to trigger like, oh yeah, Tony said relationship. What type of people I want to attract? I want to attract these types of people. These types. influencers. Do you guys all want influencers in your business or not?
Yes.
Then write it down, right? I want to track influencers that have a lot of friends on social media, that are connecting the community, that speak Spanish, that know people in other countries. I don't care, but write it down. It has to be specific, right? Just want to say, hey, I want to meet a bunch of rich people. Okay, so then what, right? It's like, I want to meet somebody that is 43 years old, a female, that speaks Spanish, that gets a result, that's passionate about what we do. 6 weeks ago, Rhonda met, 40-something-year-old female who's passionate, speaks Spanish, won $1,000 on our body on our weekly what's that called? Project 10. Thanks. Won $1,000 on Project 10, right? And is so freaking fired up right now. It's crazy, because that's what I told Ron at the beginning of the year. That I'm going to meet a lady like this, and here we 6 weeks ago we meet. You guys have all met Delia, right? Delia. So you guys, it happens. Be specific on who you want to meet. Okay. Very specific. So this should take you some time to do this personal one right here. Is to write down the types of people that you want. Write down the environment that you want. The types of the things like that. Okay. Next one should be a fun one for you. I call it the aha bucket. Okay. So this is the one that you create that is like the things that you are going to do this year. Like if I look at some of the things that, I got to do this year, some of the fun stuff I got to do, dad and son vacation, which we did. I went to Germany, Hawaii, Costa Rica, bought my house, I'm learning Spanish. It's funny, I put conversational Spanish. He goes, my Spanish is muy bueno. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I can order like sushi in Mexican. I'm like, which is all I read. I know where the bathroom's at and say sushi, right? Pretty much. So that for me, that's conversational Spanish. Yeah. ¿Dónde es el sushi? El baño? Okay, I got it. We're good. So, what else do you need to know? It's like you just point to stuff. It's like, oh, sorry. So anyway, your aha bucket is the fun bucket. This is the stuff that the family vacation that you're going to take this year, right? This is maybe you want to buy a new car this year. This is the things you sit back and go, man, I can't believe we did that. Maybe you want to take a group of friends and do a fun event somewhere this year. Those fun things where you sit back and go, dang, look at that. I did that, and I went to there, and I did that. I accomplished that. I almost had one of my big bucket lists, my live list things done. Is my brother lives in Cabo, and he posted a picture of swimming with whale sharks. You guys ever seen a whale shark? They're like as big as buses, but they're gentle. Like there's a shark, but it's like a whale and a shark together. So the mannerism is really cool, and they're just chill, and they're massive, and they're all over Cabo. And so I was that close to having that done, but I did something else for my son, which is even just as fun. But I'm just saying, it's crazy though, because I kept thinking about it all year, like, I want to do that one day. I want to do that one day. My brother called and says, hey man, we can do this one day. We didn't have an extra day to do it because we had our excursions all planned out. But I will do that when I go back in March. But you guys, so what are those aha moments for you? What are those things that you want to do this year? The fun things, the thing you're going to buy that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we purchased that. Or, it's a motorhome, it's a new house, it's adding on to your garage. I don't know, okay? This should be the fun one for you. Fill that up with just fun stuff, all the things you want to do. If you want to learn a new language, you want to learn how to cook, these are the fun things that you want to accomplish, okay? So that when you look back at the year and, you look at your goals, which you guys are looking at every day, and you look back and go, man, I can't believe I did that. I checked that one off, check that one off, check that one off, check that one off. You can sit over there, sweetheart, if you want. Thanks, Miranda. Okay, so the key, you guys, again, is, when you do these goals is not to do them all at one time. There's many times that I started on doing this and I started adding things. Like I go, oh my God, I've got to do that. And you just keep adding to it. You keep adding to it. As you do things, you can check them off. You can circle them. You can celebrate, oh my gosh, we did that. You can go out and celebrate, which is always fun. Always reward yourself for things that you accomplish. Like for example, let's say you go, all right, this week I'm going to talk to 3 times 7 is 21. So I'm going to talk to 25 people this week. And if you talk to 25 people and you got it, then go celebrate. Like do something for yourself. Like get your nails done, ladies, or, it's like You're getting your nails done because you hit some goals that week, right? So reward yourself. Even something small. It doesn't have to be big. Like, don't go, oh my gosh, I talked to 25 people. Let's go buy a house. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's all in perspective. Now, when you hit the big goal, like, you hit the 2-star ambassador, the 1-star ambassador, ambassador, or whatever, then you go buy stuff. All right, just go nuts. But now, reward yourself. Though a lot of times we don't. The reason why people, I believe, they don't do this is because number one, it's not instant, right? And number two is they're not. They hit and they're like, okay, next, and it's like no big deal. Like, I celebrate all of my goals, right? So when Rhonda gets back, we're gonna go all of our goals together. It's like, oh my God, oh my, and we just like freak out, and it's like, it's cool, right? So this is, you guys, this is part of our DNA. The only reason why we're successful is because this is what successful people do, and they told us to do it, and we did it, and it worked, right? I want it to work for you guys, and it's crazy how this stuff works. The other thing too, I want to, as I was showing you early, so after you get all your goals down from a personal development side, we have werewolves in the house now. from a personal development side, from a business side, and from an aha moment side, you guys, what I want you to do. That's great. That's awesome. What are those beagles? What are they? You don't even know if they're wiener dogs. No. Well, dogs, they sound like werewolves or coyotes or something. And they're like, yeah, these dogs are like this big. Well, they're like that long, and they're like that big around. Okay. All right. So, okay. So here's the other thing too. This helped me with my goals as well, because one of the things I want to make sure is we're going through the process that is we're developing and learning. Oh, for example, personal, guys. Here's a good one. Personal, in your personal circle or whatever, put personal development or personal growth on there. Like, I know some people like read books, like, hey, I'm going to read a book a month, or I'm going to read, I'm going to read, 5 books this year. I'm going to subscribe to like Fortune magazine. I know something from a personal development standpoint. Yes.
It's business, life, and
Yeah. And the life one encompasses a lot, right? It could be relationships. It could be those types of things. Okay. So one of the things that I also want to make sure that I do is I have words that I've read that I have to get really I have to be aware of, because sometimes I get so busy, it's like I lose sight of things, and I out reality and things like that. So what I did is I sat down again, and these words actually took me longer than my goals to do. So, but I sat down and I started thinking, okay, what are the things I really want to focus in on this year, right? That really words that kind of would define me and this path I'm on. And so I came up with words like simplicity. Like, that word's never entered my mind at any other time until last year, is simplicity. Another word was discipline. What words do you guys want to work on for yourself? A big one, you guys, is gratitude. I have that one on there? Yeah, gratitude. Gratitude for me is like one of the biggest words in my vocabulary that I think about every day. In fact, every morning when I wake up, is I go sit out by my pool out there, and I just look out at the mountains, and I just think of 4, 5, 10 things I'm really grateful for that day. And it's crazy how that little activity that takes a couple minutes, how it just gets me in the right mindset to then go look at my goals and start drawing upon them. So you guys, the other thing is find words that you want to work on during this process, right? These are big for me. I have words, like I'll share my words with you from last year, and they're probably going to be the same, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Simplicity, discipline, gratitude, focus, persistence, patience, passion, consistency, love, develop, lead, balance, and share were my words from last year. These are things I have to focus in on every single day. It's like I have to make sure that I'm persistent. I have to make sure that I have balance in my life. I have to make sure that I'm leading, that I'm developing, that I'm consistent, that persistent, that I'm passionate. These are things that, guys, define who I am as a person. I invite you to find out what words. Notice I said words. Okay, so words is more than what? One. So words that you need to work on, right? So, and in that, you're going to start seeing your life start changing. And it's crazy, these words like lead, these words like share, the word like develop, how that word, those words, those weren't words that I even knew that were part of my vocabulary, because it's always like, make sure my attitude, like attitude's not even on here. Attitude, and usually for me, it's like I'm focused on my attitude, make sure it's not even on there. Words like share, lead, develop, focus, discipline, simplicity. These are all words that I learned this year through the John C. Maxwell program. Crazy. I don't know why I wrote those a year ago. And these are all words for those people that are on the lid that John C. Maxwell talks about every single day. Crazy. So find out what those words are for you. These should be good words, okay? Right? There should be words like, you don't want to focus on stupidity. You don't want to focus on laziness. You don't need words like, you need words that, you guys know what they are. Like patience is like a word I always want to be aware of. Like having patience and having passion, right? So however you want to do this, you guys do it. Please, however you carry stuff with you, if it's a journal, which probably is not, most people don't walk around with their journal every day. They'll take their journal to an event or something like that. But how do you guys best look at information? One of the great apps that I have, I'll share it with you guys, and it's free. It's called Evernote. It's called Evernote. It's a free app. What I love about Evernote is you can store, if I take a picture, I can put a picture in there. If I record audio, I can put audio in there. If I want to type like a journal, I can put an entry in there, right? And I can categorize it. And the cool thing is, if I have Evernote there, or on my phone, or on my computer, or on my iPad, or whatever, it's all linked together. So I could be on a plane, typing away in Evernote. As soon as I get to Wi-Fi, boom, it automatically puts in my computer where I'm at home. So it travels with me, okay? So it's called Evernote. And that way, if you don't like to have your goals written down, because you guys won't carry around a piece of paper in your freaking wallet. I know you won't, or in your purse. I know you won't. But if it's on your phone, and you get an alarm 15 minutes after you wake up that says, what's that? Oh, God, my goals. And you pull it out of your Evernote app, it's on your phone, away you go. Cool? So decide what works for you guys, okay? And I would have that as a backup plan on your phone, but then I'd have something in your office or in your bathroom. It's so funny, Rhonda's got like stuff written on her mirror. She's like, this with a dry marker, she just writes on there, be grateful, do all this stuff, right? You guys, we've been doing that for years. So whatever it is that you guys see this every day, right? Every day. I know you guys have like stickies sometimes in your house that say, you know, whatever, 5-star, 1-star, 2-star, whatever. That's just a reminder that you're doing something. It sounds silly, but you guys, it works. It works. And it works like magic. And when it happens, you're gonna go, dang, like Miranda was telling me a story today. When you happen, you're like, dang it, I thought about that, I wrote it down and it happened. You guys, it's gonna happen. The challenge is it doesn't happen soon enough. But when it happens, you're gonna go, God, what the heck? That's crazy. Golf coach, crazy. Son's vacation. Well, you can plan that, but it just worked out that I asked him if he wants to go vacation or go to Nebraska. He goes, can I do both? I said, yeah, sure, why not? So any questions on anything we've talked about so far? You guys, the thing that I want you to understand is this is an easy thing to do. Most people will do this, they'll start this, and then it's like out of sight, out of mind. And then a week goes by, and you get back into the, whatever it is you're in, right? Whatever that is, you know, you get back into that mindset and that mode of operation. And then a year later, you're like, still in the same boat, right? So you guys have to be, this could be the missing ingredient in all of your lives, is just following through and saying, okay, I'll buy into it. And then every day start practicing it, and every day start doing it, and share it with your people. Start sharing it with your teams. Get everybody on the same page of setting goals. And when you have a goal that you've done, celebrate. It's nothing extravagant, but just do that. And you do it over and over and over and over again. I'll tell you, here's, for those that don't believe, this story I'm about to tell you is true. And it is, in my opinion, solidifies everything I'm saying. Everything I'm saying. To the 100th degree. Maybe more. What's more than 100? 10,000? To the 10,000th degree. Okay, so check this out. On my board 2 years ago, I wrote down, I want a Audi R8, white, with black interior and red Mojo calipers. Okay, for those that don't know what calipers are, ladies, those little brake things, you see in the spoke, you see the brakes thing, the little, okay, they don't know what it is, right. Guys know what I'm talking about, boom, right, okay, so I wanted a white Audi R8 with black interior with red calipers. It said, say Mojo on it. So Ron and I were in the process of transitioning and buying a house in Lincoln, Nebraska. So we were saving all of our money to buy this house in Lincoln because she wanted to have a nice home there when, because we were, having some success and stuff like that. So we were saving up money, and we got this nice house in Lincoln. Well, right about that time, we hit the next position in our company, and Rhonda goes, "Go get yourself your Mojo car, right? Go get your car." I'm like, I am not spending that kind of money on that car. I'll get something else just as nice, but I'm not really going to do that. Which, if that was on my board, was I being true to my board or not? If I said I'm not probably going to do that, right? I was not being authentic. I said, honey, we spent money on the house. Let me get something else. So I went. This is crazy. I had an event in Atlanta, Georgia. So I flew to Atlanta, Georgia from Lincoln, Nebraska, and I landed. And as I'm getting ready to go to this event, I said, how much time do we have? Because we just had driven past this Maserati, Lamborghini, and Lotus dealership. Okay, it's a car dealership, ladies. Those are actually cars. Maserati, Lamborghini, and Lotus. And I go, can we just stop here for a second? Let's do some dream building. So I wanted to dream build with these guys that were picking up at the airport and kind of get them, feeling good. And as we're walking around, I see this car, and I go, man, what is that? And he goes, it's the new Lotus. And I go, man, that's pretty sick. I'll take, how much are those things? And he told me, I went, okay. So I said, all right, well, since I'm not getting my car that's on my board, I can settle for that car. So I put a down payment on a car. I said I need it what color? White with black interior, right? And so I ordered this Lotus directly from the factory. They hand make them directly from the factory. It's going to be like 3 months. Great. So this is like in April. Fast forward. I'm very impatient, although I have patience on here somewhere. I'm very, very impatient. That's why I have it on there. I'm very, very impatient. I'm very impulsive. Would you agree, Dan? Don't answer that. Pretty much, yeah. He's just like me. He's like my Siamese twin. But okay, so every like week, I'm calling this guy Jason in Atlanta, going, dude, how's the car doing? You know anything yet? Have you heard anything yet? What's going on? What's going on? He goes, let me check. So he'd call England. Hey man, nothing's happened yet. Blah blah. I'm getting more impatient. Finally, it's now July, right? I'm supposed to have my car April, May, June. By June, it's now July. I called one more time. I said, dude, what's going on with the car? And he's like, let me call. Calls England, gets back to me 3 days later and says they still haven't started yet. They'll probably be ready in October. I'm like, what the heck? I go, what the heck? So that's it. So I'm laid up one night, and I'm on the internet, which it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Rhonda's already in bed, and I'm going through my Facebook feeds. Okay, my Facebook feeds, and there's a picture of Blake Mellon, our CMO, right? And he's standing in front of a white Audi R8 convertible, not the one I want. He has a convertible version, and it says on there, it says something like, if I get 250 likes, I'll buy it, right? And by that time, he had like 600 or something like that. So I call him at 1 o'clock in the morning. I go, Blake, did you buy that R8? He goes, hold on a second. I'm like, oh my God. And he goes, yeah, I bought it. I go, oh, dude. He goes, that's my dream car. And he goes, go get one. And I go, well, I can't get them because I got this thing on hold. I put this one down on this Lotus down in Atlanta, and that's my dream car. But my next time, he goes, Tony, he goes, you of all people said, you know what's possible. You deserve that car. If you don't get it, are you settling? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, do you want to be known as the guy that settles? I'm like, no, I do not. Wait. So I said, okay, all right. And I hung up the phone, and I just sat there and stared at the computer screen. I go, okay, screw it. So I go online, I type in Audi R8 with black interior, right? And I hit enter. I just got goosebumps right there. And when I hit enter, a website popped up. Guess what website it took me to?
The Lamborghini place.
It took me to the website in Atlanta, Georgia, that sells Maserati, Lamborghini, and Lotus. No Audi, Lamborghini, Maserati, and Lotus. And I saw that, and I opened up the link, and there's this beautiful white with black leather interior R8. And I'm literally looking at the screen like almost in tears, like, what the heck is that? What are the chances, you guys? It's on my board. It's a car I want. I look at this thing 5 months prior. I'm in this guy's place in Atlanta. I put money down on another car. I decide on the internet, because of something I saw, and I type this in. It takes me back to the site in Atlanta, Georgia. Freaky? Is that normal? Could have been a blue one. Could have been a black one. Right? Could have been a charcoal gray one. But a white with black interior. So next morning, I wake up. I call Jason. I go, Jason, I got some good news and some bad news. He goes, what's up? And I go, well, I don't know if I want that Lotus anymore. And he goes, let me guess why. You probably want the R8 that I just got on the floor room yesterday. Yesterday, which would have been the day that I called. I go, yes. He goes, let me see if I can do it. I call England, see if they haven't made it yet. Calls me back 30 minutes later. I'll never forget. I was on the golf course with Clinton Keller, getting ready to tee off. My phone goes off, and it's Jason. And I go, yeah. He goes, congratulations, you got it. That's what happened, you guys. I could not have scripted that. I couldn't have wrote it any different than that. 6 months had gone, 5 months had gone by at a place I visited from my dream board because I thought about it every single day. Stuff happens. You have to trust me on this. That one was a biggie. That confirmed my belief that this crap works. Okay?
I watched it.
This Houdini, you know, the Fugazi stuff, you know, it works, okay? So I'm here to tell you guys, this exercise in its simplicity is the holy grail for your future. But you have to do it when? And you have to do it how often? More than once a day?
Yes.
Can you do it 10 times a day?
Yes.
Would you be like really freaky to do it like 15 times a day?
Yes.
You could do it, you guys. And you have to do it consistently. You guys, some of you will do this. Some of you won't. Some of you will half-ass this. You might have like 3 or 4 things on there. You guys, you have to dig deeper. That's why this takes a week for me to do. To put 25 things on there, it took me a week to do that because I had to feel what was the most like what I really wanted out of 2015 or 2014. What are the things I really was playing for, right? But it all starts with your why and sitting down, spending time with yourself, your spouse, significant or whatever. I recommend if your husband and wife is maybe do it separately. Like you go to one room, go to another room, and you guys, and then get together and get to share in all of that, okay? If you share with your family, share with people that are close to you. You have to do this, you guys, okay? 2015, you have 4 or 5 more days. What's today's date? 29? 28. So you have a few more days in the month that you can do it. You can start thinking about all those things on your drive home. You can start thinking about all the things you want to accomplish in in 2015. But you guys, you have to do this. And then when things start popping off your board, and all of a sudden you make a decision, all of a sudden, man, that's weird. And you can start to see stuff develop. It happens, and it happens fast. You guys, the universe loves speed. And whatever you're going to put out there, that's what you're going to get. So that's why I want you to focus on 2014. I want you to focus on what you did. But once you've done, you got to focus forward. Like no more turning back, because the second you do that, the universe gets all confused and doesn't know what you want because you don't know what you want, because you want to live back here in the past. You want to focus on all the stuff that's not happening and why is this happening to me and it's happening again. And what you guys can't do that anymore. Okay? It's gone. Like the moment is gone the second it's gone, right? So focus forward. Do it every single day. Any questions on anything? No? Really? Good? Okay, so I want you guys to have like a great year. I want like 2015 to be a big growth year for you guys. With everything that we have on the table with regards to our company, you guys, this should be the biggest year of your life, like the biggest. A lot of you have been through a lot of crap. Anybody been through crap in here? Anything?
Yeah.
Can you raise your hand, please? I want you to raise your hand. There we go. 2 hands up. Okay. Yeah, you guys, we've all been through it, right? So knowing that you're still here, you still got your wits about yourself, you're still come prepared, you're still suiting up and showing up. Now it's a matter of going, okay, I'm going to do something that I've never done before. You guys have never done anything like this before. You might have done it, half-assed it, wrote down a few things, I want to have money in the bank, but not specific, not things that you really felt that you want to happen. You guys, you haven't done that. I'm wanting you to do this. And then you're going to look back like 6 months from now and go, oh my God, look at that. 2 things are already gone up. That's crazy. But it starts with you like saying, this is my DNA. This is who I am. This is who I will always be. And the crazy thing is if you live off this positive, wonderful, great, amazing stuff, all the negative stuff will go find somebody else. I will go find somebody else. I have negative stuff happen to me, but it's like, whatever. It's like, it's no big deal because this is what I'm playing for right in here. All these wonderful things. There's nothing on here that's hurting anybody. There's nothing on here where people, are going to doubt me or my intention or anything like that. This is all good stuff for everybody that I'm around, okay? So a lot of your personal stuff, you guys, a lot of your business stuff, please don't make it all about you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit this. Guys, make it about other people. Very, very important transition. Ron and I were stuck at Ambassador, one-star Ambassador for like a year and a half, something like that. Until we made the transition like, this is not about us. This is not us. This is about getting that person and that person and that person, getting them closer to whatever their goal is. And once we did that, just the floodgates opened up, okay? I know you want to hit positions. I know you want to get in a car. I know you want to have money in the bank, but how many other people do you want to have those things? Put other people first. And when your people know that, it's a different vibe. It's a different energy. And when you ask them to do something, they're more apt to do it. Does that make sense? So kind of like you tell your kids like all the time, like you're always in their business, like make your bed, make your bed, make your bed. Like I do to my son. Now it's like he'll wake up in the morning, he'll make his bed. Dad, I'm in my bed. I mean, it's like, yeah, there we go. It's just a process, you guys. And how great he feels when he makes his own bed without me having to say something, right? He's now taking ownership of that. You want your team to take ownership of what they're doing and trickle it down. So any questions about anything? You guys believe in this stuff? Or is it just all like a hodgepodge Houdini kind of like he's pulling one over on us? Have we all heard about goals before? Have we all heard about people writing them down and looking? Yeah, so why don't we just do it? Why don't we just do it? Try it. Prove me wrong and the millions and millions of successful entrepreneurs that this doesn't work. And it does work, okay? So you guys, I appreciate you all watching. And do big thing here is do not do this in 10 minutes. Don't do this in 15 minutes or an hour, you guys. This is something to take you a period of time to do, okay? It's like if it takes you like 2 or 3 days, that would make me excited. That would make me really, and you should be excited if it takes you longer than 20 minutes to do it, okay? I know you guys all want money. I know you want to go on vacation, but narrow it down, be specific, and have fun with this. This is your life, right? It's not your cable bill. It's not your debt. It's not your student loan. That's not your life. This is your life. And this is what matters. Okay? Cool? Cool. All right, guys. Thank you very much. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Go to bed, Graham, if you're still watching.